Miami versus New York. Not much to talk about for the game, but I do have two specific players that I want to talk about. And the first one is the obvious. That's well, I guess they're both obvious. It's Aaron Rodgers.
Hey, Brad.
Probably 50% of that game. People say Tom Brady's a bad commentator, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think Greg Olsen is the worst commentator ever.
Really?
Greg Olsen sucks at comment. He says 4 things, maybe 4 things in a game. He said,
God, I wish I listened to commentary during
80% of his 80% of his dialogue yesterday was, and we might be watching the last game of Aaron Rodgers' career. We might be watching the last game of Aaron Rodgers' career. We might be watching. This might be Aaron Rodgers' last game of his career. Greg Olsen is the worst commentator in the NFL, and it's not even fucking close. So if people want to say it's Tom Brady because they don't like Tom Brady, that's cool. It'd be
what
the
about
same.
Chris? Chris still sucks.
Chris sucks, but that's
it's a funny joke now.
That's nostalgia. That's just nostalgia there because one day.
But Chris leans into how much of a
people are gonna miss.
jackass he is.
People are gonna miss that man on Sunday Night Football. I don't care what anybody says. But either way, Aaron Rodgers, will he play ever again? Was he playing in his last game against Miami?
Well, that narrative started fairly recently. Like the past few weeks, it was like, oh, time might be out for Aaron Rodgers, and this might be it, and that, and whatever. I don't think it is.
Well, I would think it'd be more of a recency bias thing if it wasn't coming from Aaron Rodgers' mouth. Aaron Rodgers seems to be the one. He's been
saying this for 5 years now, dude. I don't know how much time I have. In his words, how long I'm going to be playing.
In his words, it's if it's the perfect situation, I'll play, but I'm okay with retiring. That's different than I don't know how much time I got left.
That is much different. I don't know.
Now, I agree. I don't think he's retiring.
No, and he's been known to troll, and I hope he has. I don't want to speak on what the man has to do for his career. If he wants to leave and go retire, he can go fucking retire. But, I mean, for the way that, like, he wanted to add to his legacy late in his career, the way that they came into this Jets era was way different than anyone's looking at it 2 years later. And, I mean, I still think Aaron has it. I still think he's able to play. But, yeah, I don't know. It's weird how quickly it's just turned into, I don't think I'm going to do this anymore, and that and this and whatever. I'm going to fucking go in the woods.
So let's talk about teams he could possibly play for. I think there's 2 types of teams, right? I think you got just straight up teams that need a quarterback.
But he's out, for sure.
For sure. He's so out. It's not even funny.
Yeah.
Now, he's so out. He's out.
I don't know. I get that Aaron wanted to, like, make his team and bring his guys in and do his thing, but at a certain point, he's got to go to a ready team and trust them.
Now, here's the thing. There's not many ready teams left without a quarterback. Now, the question is, and I'm going to give you the teams that I'm thinking of, are there teams that could give up on their experiment that they're running with or they've been running with?
Seattle.
That's one of them for sure. To maybe go for a type of Super Bowl run. Now, first of all, that's great that you brought up Seattle. That's one of the first teams I want to talk about. Now, the reason being Seattle is, okay, the Geno Smith story, it's cool. It's great. There's no way they ever thought he was bringing them a Super Bowl or a deep postseason run. They have a roster right now that for the next 2 or 3 years could compete with a competent, still MVP level Aaron Rodgers. It's just the question of, how big of a move does Seattle view that as? How big of a stab in the back does media look at that, to that type of quarterback who hasn't really done anything to, make them just the most drastic changes ever.
Yeah.
But also it's like, we know your ceiling.
Yes.
Now, Seattle could just not give a shit and say, we don't care. We're going to look slimy and just do what we got to do to try to make a Super Bowl run.
Sure.
But you also got to think, I mean, it's the NFC West looked very vulnerable this year. And I think if you got the Rams running with an older quarterback next year in Matt Stafford, you got Arizona not having a clue what they're doing, and you got San Fran. I mean, there's a shot there. You
Yeah.
also have San Fran.
Which is where he should have gone.
Which is honestly where he should have gone. Now, maybe there's a world where San Fran didn't want Bro 2 years ago. And I understand there were a lot of teams that didn't really want him 2 years ago because he was talking too much.
Yeah, and I don't know. Hopefully he puts away like the overhaul type of mindset where he takes over and tries to make his things go his way. But no, San Fran,
dude, San
healthy.
Fran. I mean, how many more years are they going to run with this Purdy? Because you got to think, I'm talking teams like Seattle and San Fran. They're not a quarterback away, or excuse me, they're not like on this. They're not about to take this step where it's like, all right, we need to transition into, starting a new era. Bringing in just bringing in some new quarterback. It's like they are almost damn near Super Bowl ready, but they know the ceiling of their quarterback.
Yes.
Going into the season, they know.
Yes.
So it's really just, is this team around the quarterback good enough? Or you could say, we know this team around the quarterback is good. Let's throw in a quarterback that we don't need to have rely just on the sole talent of the team around him.
Yes. And, I mean, give Purdy credit for going to a Super Bowl and doing everything that he's done with that team, but the second that this team starts to get injured, his shield falls apart. And I mean, and we knew that, but yeah, if there's a lot of guys who can just be plugged into this offense and win games and do it. But now, hopefully, Aaron and other teams still think he's got it like that. See, he's got it better than a Purdy right now.
Well, I'd like to think. I mean, especially
I would still take that chance. Like,
I mean, watch. The man just threw 4 touchdowns. Like he's still got it. He's still got it.
My thing is like San Fran is still one of the older teams in the league. A lot of their guys are aging. Kittle's aging out. McCaffrey, we don't know what the fuck he's doing.
No, they said McCaffrey was postseason ready.
Beautiful.
Which is hilarious. They say that after the season ends, but
yeah.
Either way.
Well, they could have said that at any point. It wouldn't have mattered.
Well, maybe they could have been saying hopeful for playoffs.
I think they said right when he got injured. They're like maybe.
Either way, if an Ayuk or Debo goes down,
he's still gonna play decent with Juwan Jennings or with other guys. Kittle. He can still find a way to feed them the ball. But the problem with like the Niners was Super Bowl contenders without a top tier quarterback. The Jets were dog shit. And then Aaron tries to come in and revamp an entire organization, and he said he wanted to bring whatever back to an organization. But
teams you're describing that you'd say he should stay away from would be like Vegas then.
Rebuilds, yeah.
So don't go to Vegas.
I know. I don't think he had.
What if they fire Pierce and bring in a coach? Bring in a different head coach?
No, he gave that, he had that opportunity 2 years ago. He picked the wrong team. He got hurt. He tore his Achilles, but he needs to find a ready team. And now Seattle's not a bad option. They're somewhat readier than other teams.
So not the Cleveland Browns.
Not a chance.
D-Watt just had Achilles surgery, probably not playing next season.
No, D-Watt's not a Brown next year.
No, he's set to restructure his contract, and they want to bring him back. They did plan on bringing him back.
Then he's not going to play most of the season.
So not don't fill that role with Aaron Rodgers.
No.
Okay, just making sure. Just throwing teams out there.
Now, there is a world where Aaron will pop onto an old team, but I don't think he has the energy to be with a team for 3 years. Clearly doesn't.
Well, so we're going to talk about this game next, but what if Sam Darnold just folds in the playoffs.
That's very possible.
And
I mean, they were talking about a Stafford Darnold trade.
But I'm
Mid-season.
saying, if Sam Darnold plays sort of the way he played Sunday night.
But remember, you still got JJ back there.
Devan, you still got JJ back there. Would you rather let JJ sit behind Sam Darnold the next 2 years or Aaron Rodgers?
A-Rod.
Come on,
That's a
bro.
stupid thing to say.
Come on, bro. Jordan Love sat back there and look at him. He's fucking Brett Rodgers now. He's Brett fucking Rodgers.
Apparently he is. I don't think he's
Aaron
that good, but
Favre.
he's not. But
that's what they
say.
They
think he is.
That's what
everyone says
that's
he
what
is.
They say.
Yeah, no. Oh, that's a really good team to go to.
Bro, if Sam Fold, I'm not praying for the downfall.
I'm gonna be honest. They were.
And who's coming? Who's coming with A-Rod?
Devontae needs to
No.
quit suckling the team.
No. Who's
Honestly,
coming with A-Rod?
Oh,
so you don't want to see A-Rod and Justin Jefferson? You don't want to see that, or you don't want to see A-Rod? You don't want to see A-Rod, Justin Jefferson, and Devontae Adams?
No, I do want to see that.
With the reconnection with Aaron Jones. Hey, old friend, what's going on?
Right.
Maybe a little unk to unk chemistry. Like, come on, bro. Like, fuck these teams that we're talking teams that already got 14 wins that just need one more push to win a damn Super Bowl. Let Sam Darnold fold. Let bro just pick up the phone. Just have the conversation.
Can he go to another team in the North?
Can he?
He can.
Yeah, absolutely.
But
he owns the North. Can he not? Why wouldn't he be able to?
You're right. He does own the North.
The man owns the North.
He owns the Bears. He owns the North.
He can go wherever he wants to go in the North.
No, honestly, now that you brought it up, I think I even like that more than the Niners.
I'm just saying, it's an idea.
Just because of the youth in that team, the Jettis effect, Aaron
and if
can still play well.
And if their goal is
and if Sam Darnold can win 14. But here's the thing. If Zach Wilson can win 7.
All right, we're not talking about that, though. Here's the thing, though. Just hear me out. If the goal is to have J.J. McCarthy, the starting quarterback, by 2027, why not have him just sit behind A-Rod instead of Sam Darnold?
Yeah. No,
I mean, this is...
And there's no reason for this Vikings team to waste how good this team is. I mean, we didn't really expect them to be this good, especially with Sam Darnold. But if they can be this good with Sam Darnold, you throw in a vet like A-Rod.
And like you said...
But, nah, I mean...
They considered Stafford.
Sam is going to have to fold. If Sam has a crazy playoffs, he's going to be the starter next year.
Yeah, but if the Vikings can only put up 9 points in the playoffs...
Not for real.
If their only touchdown is the plane that lands in the fucking city they play, I mean, it's...
Damn.
There's no way. There's no way you can't at least look at the possibilities.
Mm-hmm.
You got to at least look at the possibilities. So I'd say at least pick up the phone. At least pick up the phone and have a conversation if shit goes left.
But no, I would say Minnesota, San Fran, Seattle.
Mm-hmm. Okay, all right. We got a plan. There we go. You got your plan. But the other comment. We'll actually